Hey guys, this is Renee from Crafty Renee Creates. I apologize, it's been a while. Just life stuff, working more days, working long hours, being out of town, not feeling great. And for those of you who know Luna, my American bully, last summer she tore her ACL on her right knee, had surgery, tore her meniscus on her right knee in December, had surgery for that. 2 weeks ago, she tore her left knee. So we've been dealing with that, kind of happening at a horrible time. We're leaving for Mexico in 2 weeks, and none of the boarding facilities will take an injured dog. So they'll take her after she has the surgery. And so we have decided that we are going to get someone to come in the home, which we're excited about. And yeah, so just been a lot on my plate. So I apologize for not putting a video up for, I think it's been a couple of weeks now. But anyway, this is going to be part one of a huge Temu haul. I'm going to separate it by, everything else and dyes. I did just a little bit of a project share. I didn't do a whole lot because as you can see, there's quite a few dyes. So I kind of want to separate this haul because there is a lot of things to go over in this one, and I didn't want to make the video too long. So with that said, these are all Temu. And so this first one here is a nesting die. And so it comes with, you have a stitch layer, which is actually your base layer. And then you have your layering piece on top of that. And then you have 3 other sizes, pretty much the same thing. So you have a smaller stitch layer, base layer, then a layering piece, and then you have a smaller base layer and its layering piece. So you get 6 dies with this set. This set was $2.78, and these are just the examples that I made. And I did use, let's see, what did I use? I used the Candy Smooth Cardstock from scrapbook.com, and I used the Bouquet Pattern Collection from scrapbook.com as well. So that was the paper that I used for this. So turned out cute. So that's that one. Just gonna kind of move this aside. I'll bag it later. And next is a little layering piece die. I just have a couple of examples of what it looks like. It's more of a layering piece for a smaller card. So this is a standard A2 card, 5.5 by 4.25, and this is the die cut out, and you see how it kind of fits on there. So it would probably fit as a really nice layering piece. Okay, and then or you can kind of cut it down, which I kind of like this. And this is a 3x3. These are 3x3s, right? Yes, 3x3s. And so you can cut that down and kind of make a cute little layering piece on top of that, and then decorate the top of it, which I think I would rather do than the bigger card. So, so that is the piece. This is the die. That's what it looks like. Oops. And then this one was $1.97. So that's what that looks like. And I'll go ahead and move that over to the side. Next is this. I didn't pay attention to the measurements of this one. It looked like on the pictures that it was an A2 size card. It definitely is not an A2 size card. So this one, it was $2.27. And this is the die, and you can see how small it is. This actually measures, let's see, where's my ruler? So this measures a little shy of 4 inches by 3. And so I cut it out, and you can see this is a 4 by, I think this is a 4 by 4 card. That's what I did. No, I actually made the measurements of the actual die. So cut that out in gold. I use the Park Lane from Joann's, and this is that specialty white core paper, and I use the gold, and this has like leaves on it, which is really pretty. I don't know if you guys have that, not that we can get that anywhere anymore, but anyway, so that's what that die looks like, and I just cut the card to match the front of it, and so that's what that one looks like. Okay, and then next is a bunny die. And this one kind of takes a lot of work to get it all done. And I did keep them all together just so I could make the little bunnies with it here. I'll just kind of dump this out. And this die was $2.88. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bunnies, and then 3 little Easter eggs. And so I cut out kind of each individual little bunny. Let's see, I don't think my hand's big enough. Let me grab a little. No, they're too hard to get. Let me turn this box over maybe. Okay, so I'll just kind of show you on this box because my hand's not big enough, sorry. I'm trying to get this video because it's been so long, and honestly, I'm a little out of practice. But these are super cute. And I grabbed all of these papers from my stash, stuff that I had already had cut out. But these are what the bunnies look like. And I just went with a pink basil cardstock, textured cardstock that I had in my stash. This is a pink glitter that I had in my stash. A piece of orange for the little carrot. The glitter, same for all the ears. And just kind of stacked them just so you could kind of see, and you could decorate those more if you like, but very simple. So that is the bunnies. So those are super cute. And a few of these you could use anytime. It doesn't have to be for Easter. This one, of course, has an Easter egg, but there are a couple of them in here that you could use anytime. And you can cut these pieces and make this a little planter pot. I didn't. I made it all one color. But you can definitely add a little more texture and a little more color to these little bunnies. So I just didn't because I wanted to get them all done. And so that's what that looks like. Okay, let's see. Next is this chick die. It's a really, really good size. I love it because it's bigger. It has 4 sizes, kind of from daddy to mama to big sister to little to baby. You can do something like that. I believe I might have seen this one on Liana's channel at It's a Deal. I think she might have hauled this. I can't remember. I know she did a chick die, but I can't remember if it was this one or if it was one that was actually like standing and stuff, but this one's kind of flying. And this you can actually make different colors if you like. Again, I just did it in one fell swoop. And then, of course, the little nose, or the beak, sorry. The little beak is in here. There it is. So there's the beak. And then here's the die. And so you get the large one, and then the next size, and then the next size, and the smaller size. And then that's all for all 4 beaks. So that's what that looks like. And then I did, just show them on this box. This actually kind of works. I did all of them in yellow, again, just in my stash with orange beaks. So that's what that looks like. So super cute, and I love the size of it. As you can, these are great for cards, or even you can use this one for a bigger project if you like. So I will put those aside. Oh, let me get those beaks. Don't lose those. Okay. Now this one and this one kind of go together. These are the stamp sets. The stamp set for this tumbler that I got. And so this says, I love you more than my emotional support water bottle. You deserve all the good things. Have an extra, like extra ordinary day. Extraordinary day is what it's supposed to. And then a little tumbler here, and a flower, a couple flowers, leaves, another flower. Sip, sip, hooray, it's your day. You are our limited edition. You got this. I'm so happy you are in my life. H2, hello, and what are you up to? So I thought those were cute. And so I got that stamp set to go with this little tumbler. And again, I just used kind of scraps that were in my stash, so I wouldn't use these colors necessarily. So I just kind of pulled stuff from my bucket. So sorry for all the crinkling here. There's too many pieces to do this, but this is what the tumbler looks like. So that's what it looks like. And this hello came with it, but it really doesn't fit on the tumbler very well. So you either have to kind of put it at an angle, it still doesn't cover. I just put it like that just so you could see it, you know, see the word. But and then you have two sizes of a tumbler in here. So you have the large tumbler that I did. And I'll kind of show you what that entails. And then you also have a smaller tumbler as well. So this is the handle. This was the hello. This was the rim. This was the straw. And what else? I think, oh, and this was the topper, the straw topper. So this is what I used to make my tumbler. And again, this is kind of what it looks like. And so this is the base piece here. You use this one as this pattern piece. And you can put some dimension on there because it is scored. And then this is the straw, which is right here. And then this is the straw topper, which is the little star on there. It also has the heart, which is on the bottom here. This is the handle, the hello word. And then I actually use this one here and the one next to it as the kind of topper here, or the lid, and the little frame. So those are the dies I used to make this, okay? So let me kind of move those. I didn't make a small one, but you also have these pieces, which this is the smaller tumbler, the base of it, and then this is the kind of pattern piece that I used. This is, oh no, that's too big. That's the one I just used. And then this is the handle, this one here. And then you have these lid and like little frame type of thing there. Then there's a straw topper that has a flower. And then you have these little flowers that you can just make a little bouquet type of thing. These are really tiny ones. And that is the smaller tumbler. So, and I didn't make an example for that one. I just did the larger one. So let me just, this one has a lot of small pieces. So let me just get this on the plastic. And I will set that aside. Okay. All right, so that's that one. All right, next. Oh, that goes with it. That one had two bags. Okay, this one is another background die. And this one, let's see, I think this one was a regular A2 card. Yes, a little shy of 5.5 by a little shy of 4. Sorry, my phone was, there we go. It's like, what time is it? It's like 6 o'clock in the morning and I haven't been to bed yet. So this is the die. This one was $4.78. I just cut it as a background piece on just a card. And then this is the butterfly that it comes with. And I didn't put that on there because I just cut it out in gold. And you really need to put it a different color on there. And maybe put a little layering piece on there. But I wanted to show you And then this is the butterfly die that's also in the package. And it's this one. So very intricate. It cuts, all of these dies cut extremely well. I only had to do one pass to get everything cut. So that's what that looks like. Okay. And I love that. Now, if you choose to, I didn't do it, but if you choose to, you can make this a lot more exciting, I guess. You can cut this into different patterns, like different paper patterns, and you can actually piece a design in here with all of the like pattern paper and stuff like that. I didn't do that. I kind of would use it this way, I feel like. So that's what I did as an example, but I wanted to show you that. Okay, let me put this aside here. Let's just put that there. I'm running out of space here. Okay. All right, next is another nesting die. And this is kind of an oval nesting die with a scallop edge and then little like circles in between there. And so let me open this up for you. And I just did these in gold, I believe. Now this die, these dies here, there's 3 of them that goes in the set. They were $1.24, and you get a big one here, and then kind of a middle one. I'll put it on my little nifty box here so you can kind of get a good look at it. And then a smaller one. So that's what the die set looks like. And then I did, put that over there, I did just in gold. So here's the large. And this is a really good size. This takes almost, where's my regular card? This is my regular card here. So it takes, this would be perfect for an A2 card. It would fit perfectly on there with a little extra space, because this is a little, just a little shy of an A2 card. So this would fit perfectly. And I don't know if you can see the detail of, because of the glare of the leaves on this. I don't know if it's showing up or not. Let's see if you can kind of see. Oh, it's too much light, too much glare, but there's just a leaf embossing on this. Okay, then anyway, this is the next size. And then this is the final size right there. So you get three sizes. And that's what that looks like. So they're super cute. Let me put that back, and then I'll put those away. Okay. Next is, I thought this was it's kind of a bow. It doesn't come with an actual bow, but it's meant to look like a present, like the ribbon part of the bow. This was $1.87, and this is the die. Get my handy box here. Sorry, it's a new. That's what the die looks like, and so it would sit on the card like this. And then I just now this was a little shy of an A2 card, so I cut it down. I cut it, and then I cut the card down. So, but it looks really cute, and so I just did that. I didn't do anything special, just put it on a card front so you could see what it looks like on a card. Really cute though. Good for the holidays. I think this would be a really nice die for holidays as well. Every day and holidays. So that's that one. Just set that there. Okay, next one is another bunny die. This is just a bunny face with some hands and an egg. Okay, and this one was 78 cents. And this is what this one looks like. So you got the eyes and the mouth, or actually the nose, and then you have a stitched egg, and then the layering piece to that, and then the bunny face, and then this is a hand or a paw, or what do they have? Feet? I don't know what they have. I'm gonna call them hands because they kind of look like little hands. So that's what the die looks like. Super cute. And then I just made a real generic kind of example. So I just did white, pink ears, pink nose, black eyes, and just put his hands, or her hands, holding an egg. And you could, I just did one egg, but you could put several eggs on there if you wanted to do it different. I probably should have kind of distressed that a little bit, but that's okay. You can kind of get the gist of it. All right, now I'm going to put this in here because these little small pieces worry me a little bit. So I'm just going to stick these little small pieces in here. Sorry for the crinkle. All right, and then I'll put this in the pile. Okay. All right, next we are going to go with a tulip. And this could be used as a shaker, or you can make it as a shaker. I did not. I just made kind of the flower so you guys could see the flower. So you have your base piece and the layering piece of the tulip, and then you have also layering pieces of the leaf. And so that's what that looks like. And so it comes together like that. And you can make the tulip and the leaves actually shakers if you'd like to, but that's what that looks like. And this one was $1.13. And I just cut it out like that with just some scratch paper. And so what I did was I made the whole base of it green, and then I did all of it in this pink, and then I cut it right at the end of the bulb there, and then I just used a little piece of pattern paper just to put that in there. So I would do these in totally different colors and totally different way, but I just wanted to make a quick example so you could just kind of reference. So there's that one. Again, let me just put these little pieces in here so they don't get lost. There we go. And then we can just put that aside. Okay. Coming down the home stretch here. All right. This is a golf bag. And this was 76 cents. And I would also cut this out a little bit differently, but this is what that looks like. And so you have your clubs. Looks like you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clubs, and then the golf bag. And so that's what that looks like. So super cute if you have a golfer in your life. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Where did that bag? Here's that bag. Okay, and then this stamp set goes with this die, and so this stamp set says, it's hard to look through the bag, but the stamp set was $2.05, first of all. Let me just get it out for the glare here. It's so hard with the glare. Okay, so this is the stamp set. Thanks, congratulations, you're my favorite person. You brighten my day. Every day is better with you. Thanks for being so kind. Hello, dear friend, and you deserve the very best. And then you have some florals, some leaves, and a little heart, and a couple of little, these are the centers for the flower. So that's really cute. So that's the stamp set. And I'll put that there. And then the die that it goes with is kind of a picture frame die. And it comes with 4 frames. Let's see. And again, I just kind of put some colors together. Some of these dies came double bagged. Sorry about that. I have a tendency of losing stuff, so these are the frames. And then you have your flower pieces, and then you have the layering pieces for the flower. So kind of goes like this. So this is the background, and then this is the layering piece for that one. And you can mix and match if you like. Then this is the background, and this is the layer, or this is the background, and this center is the layering piece for that one. And then you have a flower with a stem, and then this is the layering piece for that one. And then you have this other type of flower here, and this is the layering piece for those flowers. It goes on top right there. So that's what the die looks like. And then my project looks like, and I just made a couple kind of look like this. And so I just used gold background and then just a pattern piece of paper, and I just cut out the flowers in like a paint glitter. So that's what those look like. So super cute. And I love frames and like postage. This kind of reminds me of a stamp. So super cute. And I don't know if I said, but this one was $2.24, this frame die here. And if you have questions on any of these, please let me know. Again, all of these cut wonderfully first time. So I was very impressed by that. They were actually delivered pretty quickly as well. Okay. I believe this was double bagged as well, yes. So I will put that together later. All right, last die. This is a tulip die. And it just comes with the tulip bulbs and the stems. And it comes with 5 tulip bulbs and then various, like 3, I think it's 3 stems and then various leaves, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 leaves and 3 stems and then 5 bulbs. So this is what that die looks like. And I'm sure most of you have seen it because I feel like every time I'm on Temu, it comes up on the feed. So, all right, and then I did cut these out. I didn't use all 5 of the bulbs. So these are just extra bulbs I didn't put on, but I just made a little like Polaroid. And so there was a couple of bulbs. I didn't embellish like the rest of it, but I thought it turned out kind of cute. And so I just layered up the bulbs and I did it all in green. And then I did the hot pink textured basil cardstock. And I have these little sticker kind of Polaroid frames in my stash. So I just grabbed one and hooked it to a piece of white cardstock. And I would kind of distress this and shade it and stuff like that. Like make it look like a sky or something. Or, but I just did this for an example real quick. So that's what that looks like. And that, my friends, is it for dies and little project shares that I did for all of these. So if you have any questions about any of these products, please let me know. I will link the Temu order in my description box below. If you like the content of my video, please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Hopefully from now on I'll get a little bit more consistent. I do have hauls sitting on my floor, and I am still working on Sophia, my bestie, at Her Yes. I'm still working on her Valentine's Day, but she did bring my Valentine's gift over last weekend. I'm sorry, weekend before, because last weekend was Easter. Weekend before. And so I am going to do a video on that, even though I feel horrible that she doesn't have mine yet, but I'm still working on it. So it's just been a crazy few months actually for me. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate all of your support from the bottom of my heart. Till the next one, bye.